Welcome to Survivor Millennium Park 3, Fans vs. Favorites.
3, 2, 3. Oh!
What's up, y'all? I'm Josh. I'm from New York City. I'm 33 and I work in tech support. My life has been all about getting out of my comfort zone. I was really introverted growing up, and through Survivor, I kind of helped to inch out of my shell. I love the game, I love the strategy, and it's such a push for me to get out of my comfort zone and to build social connections, and I'm excited to get started. I just can't wait to meet new people that have this great passion that I do, and show my athleticism and show that I'm a force in these challenges. I'm just excited to show what I can do. I watched Survivor Millennium Park. I love the way it's produced. It's got great video editing and the story comes out wonderful. I watched Justin cast a rogue vote and blame it on somebody else, which was a top tier moment. Eric not finding the idol was the best. I loved Eric as a player. I think I kind of resemble some of that game style, and I'm excited to have my own moments on Millennium Park. I'm gonna win because I'm a 3-level threat. I'm a physical player, I'm a social player, and I've got the strategy to back it up. I love building connections with people and making great connections, but I know it's a game, and I'm ready to backstab someone as soon as it benefits me. Everything I do is for a reason. I'm wearing long socks. It's for the reason for me to put rocks or something in there just in case I need to make a fake idol or pretend I have a fake idol. So everything I do in this game is strategy based, and I'm ready to use it to get further. I'm trying to get hopefully top 6 at least, but I'll settle for number 1.
Hi, my name is Daltrey. I'm a clinical social worker, and what's prepared this for me is just life experience of meeting lots of people and having fun with them. I know Dylan because I'm his mom, and what it means to play the game is everything. I've been watching him organize these games since Survivor Berkshire, back when he was in high school. I've watched all the iterations of it. I've always wanted to be a part of it, but didn't want to intrude when he was doing it as a teenager. But now that he's an old guy, I figure I can, and I'm very excited to be part of it.
Woman in the back in the maroon, what's your name?
Typically for you, Mom, but today you can call me Daltrey.
That's right, so my mom is playing this season.
I had so many favorite moments from the earlier Millennium Parks. I loved the incredible length of time it took to solve Wordle. I loved the ladder ball game where virtually no one was able to get the ball around the thing, and just watching all the machinations behind stage was really cool. Why am I going to win? Because I have great team spirit, and I have no idea.
You've got gumption.
I've got gumption.
Hi, I'm Melody. I am 24 years old, and I don't know what else to say. I'm in social media marketing. That's my job, and I'm really excited to be here. I don't know what else I'm supposed to say in my intro. I think a lot of people would say that I'm the most experienced coming into this because I played a lot of Survivor games, played in college, played some online, but I've never done something exactly like this, and I am fucking terrified. They'll say that you can do things like a million times and you'll get better. I think I just become increasingly more scared every time I play Survivor because I feel like the nerves always get in and you're meeting all these new people. But we'll see how it goes. I feel like in the past I've only been nervous, but this time I'm actually a mix of nervous and excited. Don't know if that's personal growth, don't know if that means I'm gonna get voted out first, but we'll see. I'm really excited to play. Honestly, I just want to meet people. If I can come out of this saying that I met one friend, that'll be enough for me. I'm excited to get new experiences. I feel like the older I get, I say as I'm 24, I just want to experience new things, and this is something I've never done before. People I've never met, experiences I've never had, so I'm just ready to dive in and give it my all.
Have you seen any of the previous seasons of Millennium Park?
Strolled through them on YouTube with my roommate. We were doing some research on what the idols looked like, what the challenges were like, but all in told, I think a lot of things will change. I think there's going to be a lot of twists that I'm not expecting, and there's only so much you can prepare for, and the rest of it, you either have it or you don't. The battle back kind of gagged me, so I'm definitely prepared for battle back. I feel like that makes the most sense with how the days are structured, and then I'm trying to think if there was anything else. I don't know. There's a lot of hand-eye coordination games, and I have the worst hand-eye coordination in the world, so we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna win because I want it more than anyone else. Like, I feel I'm very competitive, like to my bone. I'm very strategic. I think everything through, like literally what I'm wearing. The amount of thought that went into everything I brought, including my luxury item, is a little embarrassing. But I do know that like I'm the most prepared and I am the most competitive. So no one wants it more than me.
Hi, I'm Caroline. I am 24 years old and I work in college admissions. Super cool, super fun. I'm also a grad student. Love that. And how did I get involved in this? I followed Dylan on Twitter and the I Think You Should Survive Twitter account. Check it out, it's really good. And he tweeted that he did a Survivor game in Boston, and I was like, how do I apply? And now here we are a year later.
Have you seen any of the past Millennium Park seasons?
Yes, I reviewed the footage. I ran the tapes and I watched season 1 and 2. I love Kim from season 1. She was great. She's super cool. Who else? I also recognized Eric. He drove me here today, so shout out Eric. But he was fun in season 2. I'm gonna win Millennium Park because I'm a bit of a social chameleon. I feel like I can talk to anyone, get along with any groups of people, and I'm also reminding myself sometimes I'm a big yapper and I never stop talking, so to just listen and observe more than I talk and lead with that, make good social connections with people, and want them to keep me around. I am excited to meet people, honestly. Like, I'm here to make friends. I am also excited for some challenges. I hope there's some puzzles. I love some puzzles. Yeah, I'm just all around excited for a good weekend.
Hi, I'm Lizzie. I'm friends with Dylan. That's how I found out about this. I actually had never seen Survivor until I helped film Millennium Park 2. So now I've seen a lot of seasons. And I'm really excited to be here. I'm excited to play because I love Survivor, but I don't think that I would be able to handle actual Jeff Probst Survivor. So this is the next best thing. I'm going to win because okay.
I'm James Downey, I'm 24. I'm currently unemployed, but I did just graduate last month, so I have a bit of an excuse. And I've been playing online Survivor for like 10 years, so I have all the experience in the world, but not for in-person. I'm gonna have to look at people, lie to them, vote people out that I'm talking to. This is an experience I've always dreamed of, but I've never been able to play, so I'm just so excited to get ready for this. I watched both seasons. I left notes on while watching them. I was a big fan of both seasons, so I'm very excited to be playing. You know, I'm just very close to this park, so when I saw this on YouTube, I knew I had to check it out. I knew how to get involved, so I'm ready to make that happen. I think I will be the winner because I have the experience, I have the game knowledge, I know how to get votes my way, I know how to play this game, so I'm going to use that experience and hopefully get the crown.
My name is Brian. I am a 27-year-old lawyer. My experience prepares me for the game because the clients that I work with come from a very different background than I do. The other lawyers that I work with come from very different backgrounds than I do. So I work as a special education attorney, and I work with clients that are low income, and a lot of them don't speak English, and a lot of them have very, as I said, different background experiences than me, and I have to break down things in a way that makes sense to them. I have to communicate things in a way that's going to convince them to do what I think is the right thing for them to do, while also empowering them to make the right decision for themselves. At the same time, I'm working with attorneys for school districts that are very difficult to deal with, and I still have to navigate that situation and try to get the best outcome for my client, while convincing them that what my client wants is the best thing for them and their client. I'm excited because I want to outwit, outplay, and outlast. I've been watching Survivor since I was 6, and I am so excited to get the chance to play in a shorter, more condensed environment, but still with people that are super fans and excited to play and excited to do the same thing.
All right, and you said you were watching a few of the YouTube videos earlier. Do you have a favorite moment or favorite players from the other seasons?
One moment that was really interesting was when the players that had been voted out got a chance to come back in the game, and even though they didn't end up making it all the way to the end, I was very impressed with the way they were able to reintegrate themselves into the game. I thought the Zach blindside was very entertaining. I did not expect that as I was watching that episode, and it was very interesting that they were able to take him out, and they've completely flipped the game on their head. I'm going to win because I have the background of somebody that has to work with different types of people and is able to convince people to come to my way of thinking. I think I'm very analytical and very intelligent. I'm also going to be sneaky good at the challenges. I don't think I look like I'd be good at the challenges, but I think a lot of the challenges fall into my sort of wheelhouse in terms of the skills that they involve. So I think I'm going to be able to convince people with my social game and my strategic game, but I think when I need to pull something out at the end, I'll be able to win a challenge.
My name is John Ton. You can call me Johnny Tawny. I am currently a customer care specialist at an insurance company, heavily involved in training new hires. That's what I do. And in the evenings, I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You know, so I played this game called Survivor Millennium Park Season 1 a few years ago. I, punched some trees along the way. I met some great people. I had a really fun time with this guy named Zach. He led me down a path. I, spilled some information that, may or may not have been my downfall. But regardless, had a good time, had a good moment, and I loved it. All right, so it's dawn of the first day. So here's what I want to do. I am just going to be nice to people. I just want to be someone that everyone likes to have around for a little bit. I'm going to make sure, no one feels uncomfortable or anything like that. We're going to be funny. We're going to have some laughs. We're going to have a good time. And I just want to get a chance to interact with everyone, just at least a little bit, really. I think originally I probably had that opportunity and maybe squandered it a little bit. But this is going to be my chance to just interact with everyone. And, we're going to make some friends. We're going to have a good time. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Dylan said that he had a lot of questions about me last time I played. Maybe I'll be more honest. Maybe I'll speak my truth this time. I hope everyone likes the shirt. I got it, a few months ago. It's my new favorite shirt. I hope they think I'm cool. I try to be. I'm gonna try to be funny. Maybe I'll elaborate on, how to jits people. That could be something I do. Not sure yet, but I do a lot of things for the fans.
Hi, my name is Emma Duffy, and I'm living in Massachusetts over the summer doing an internship. I think that I am, quote unquote, a personality hire. I think I'm just someone here to kind of spice it up and make it fun. So I'm kind of hoping to bring that energy and kind of keep up with the fans' perception of that. Yeah, so the last time I played, I feel like it was so long ago, I barely remember it, but it's all coming back to me now being at the park. I remember that I made it past the merger. I had a really great alliance for the first half of the game, and then after that, I think my lack of knowledge kind of led me to not go as far as I wanted to go in the game. So I'm kind of hoping to do better this time. I was really excited to see Tony. Last time I didn't really follow his instructions as clearly as I should have, and watching it back I realized that. So I think that one of my goals is to be starting an alliance with Tony again and listen to him, and since he knows so much about it, really follow through with what he's telling me to do.
Hi, I'm Kim. I'm 32 years old and I am a middle school math teacher. So I was here for season 1 of Millennium Park and I had an absolutely amazing experience. I made it down to the final 4, which was really a great thing to get a handle on what it's like to go from being on tribes to going through the merge and getting close to the end, which was really fun. Made some great friends, some of whom are back here today, which is really cool. And I'm excited to dive back in for season 3. This time I'm trying to approach with a little more subtlety, a little less intensity. I'm very passionate, can get really intense with these things, and I think that tends to put a target on my back. So I'm hoping to kind of ride the waves a little bit more and maybe not make such strong moves until later on in the game. I think historically the fans' reception of me is kind of this intensity and this really strong drive, and maybe that I don't have enough chill to make myself not a big target. So again, I think I'm trying to flip that narrative a little bit this time, slow my roll, and maybe I can tone it down a little bit so I can sneak my way closer to the end. I'm actually really excited to be playing with Tony again. I think he and I had a situation in season 1 that was challenging just based on where our alliances had started, and I had a lot of respect for his gameplay. We just really weren't able to merge, I think, our own interests in a way that we were able to ally together. But tons of respect for his gameplay, and I think he's a great guy, so I would love to kind of make that work this time around.
My name is Tony. I played Survivor Millennium Park Season 1, and I'm back here for Season 3. Very excited. I came in 3rd place on Season 1, so definitely some unfinished business to handle right now. Season 1, you know, definitely a whirlwind of an experience for me. I mean, if you watch the season, I think the base level perception, if you remember one thing, it's just me winning 3 challenges in a row with my back against the wall. That was kind of the edit.
Tony!
Let's go.
Tony! Tony! Wins individual immunity!
So I think that's kind of going to be the perception of me. And there's kind of 2 ways you can go with that, right? I can try to shed that perception and maybe, you know, sandbag it a little bit in challenges. That's not who I am. That's never been what I want to do. Or I can lean into that and say, this is my thing. I'm a challenge guy, but that's all I am. I have no strategy. I'm just a guy, a shield basically, and hope people keep me as a shield long enough to where, okay, all of a sudden it's the last final 6, final 7, and I'm deep enough where I can maybe go on a run, or maybe I have these bonds solidified at this point where I can really take it all the way to the end. I think I need to just really build some strong social bonds early in the game. Last season our camp was really small, so we weren't really getting pulled aside for one-on-one conversations until the merge. So I was kind of playing on the back foot the whole time, and when I needed my allies in key votes, we just weren't strong enough allies for them to come through for me. And I think this time coming in as probably somewhat of a threat and a target for how I did last time, I think I really need to find some people early who I can lock in with and will ride with me throughout this game. Yeah, so playing with Emma, she was one of my closer allies last season, but we never really got on the same page. Like, you're gonna vote me out at 4?
No, I don't know what I'm gonna do that for. Tony, I need to get through this round because I am the one on the fucking chopping block.
So she had said early on that her 16th birthday party, she played Survivor. So in my head, I went, wow, she must be a big Survivor fan, which she was not at all. So the whole game, I kind of assumed everything she was doing was under the lens of being a big Survivor fan, and it never was. Like, I tried to give her a fake idol. She didn't know what the heck I was talking about. I said, we're gonna take hard rocks at Final 6. She didn't really care about going to rock. She didn't care about the numbers. She just wanted to survive, which fair, valid. Now that I know that she's not a Survivor fan, those moves all make sense, but it was a ton of fun getting to play with her. She's a very fun person. I'm excited to just, you know, she's gonna be a good presence around camp for sure. Excited to work with her. Yeah, so I actually, last season, Justin, who won, pinned a vote on, I didn't vote for Kim, I voted for Jonton, and he voted for Kim and pretended it was me basically, and Kim bought it hook, line, and sinker the whole game. And when she got voted out, cut to the clip right now of her saying, Hara, take it home, when there was 3 people left and 2 of them were Hara and the other one was me. So I wasn't my biggest fan last season. I'm a little worried because she's a really good player, and I don't know if the move is to try to get her out really early or try to get her on my side, but I do think the benefit is she's also going to be a big target, and she knows I'm going to be a big target. So I think the big target should be want to keep each other in the game. And Jonton I played with on season 1, and I hope there is a race this season, because I beat him on camera last season 1 and he claimed I couldn't do it, but he claimed in his post-season interview I couldn't beat him in a race, even though there's video footage of me beating him. So at lunch or something we're gonna run a race, and that can be the B-roll.
My name is Karina. I am a veterinary technician. The last time I played Survivor, it was very entertaining for me. I had a great time. Obviously that's why I'm back. All I know is win every challenge to get to the merge and then mess it up at the end. That's my experience. So what I want to do differently this time is probably be a little bit more reserved, see what other people are doing before I go in and jump in and do my own thing. And I specifically really want a hidden immunity idol. That's just for me. That's just a personal goal. I want one and I want to play one. So that's really all I'm looking for today. I think the fans' perception of me, I think that it's a very real experience to just go in and think you know what's going on and then not know what's going on. So it's easy for them to have all the pieces and then to bring in not having all the pieces and seeing how a person deals with that. So hopefully they're just sympathetic. How I feel playing with Sarah again, I'm excited. I mean, obviously we had a rivalry because we're very similar people, but at the end of the day, we were still good friends, and she was really good at the game. She got to the finals. I'm very proud of her. Definitely have a different way of approaching her. It's not as chummy, right, and trust her. Obviously, we're both going to probably be reserved, but I know who it is. I've played the most with her, so I know her more than if I were to know another player. So that's at least exciting.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I am a psychotherapist, and I'm so excited to be here. The last time I played, I went surprisingly far, having had very little Survivor knowledge or no Survivor experience. I made it into the top 3, which surprised everyone. It was a blast. I had so much fun. That's why I'm back. I'm just shamelessly looking for it.
What do you want to do differently this time?
Honestly, not much, because it worked. What I did last time somehow worked really well, which is just have fun, make friends, and try to win the challenges. So that's what I'm gonna try and do this time. Maybe I'll have a little, I'll have a little more awareness that even if I think I know what somebody else is thinking or a way that somebody's voting, I really have no idea. You really have no idea what's being said or being planned behind your back. So maybe I'll just hold that. I think people might assume that it might be, I'm a little bit older than a lot of the players. Maybe people think it'll be harder for me to connect. They might think that I had beginner's luck the first time and I'm doomed this time. Or they might think that I've got what it takes.
I love it.
Okay, so in terms of playing with Karina again, I'm excited. I still have guilt from what happened last time because I did not want to vote her out. I was like the last holdout in that vote, and that was when Drew clued me in that everybody was gonna vote Karina out, so I had to at that point, otherwise I would be risking myself. But I honestly feel like we could still team up again. I feel no ill will, only still slight guilt this many years later. It's been decades. No, it's only been 2 years. So I'm ready. I'm game. I think we could make an alliance.
I'm Dan. I'm a kindergarten to 2nd grade special education teacher. The last time I played, I made like a small big mistake. I was getting really nervous and we were losing a lot of challenges, and so I said, hey, maybe we should vote Jean out instead, because physically she might be a little less than this other person, Kat, who is not in our alliance. And I just overthought, honestly, because this game, not physically taxing. And I realized that immediately after the words just came out of my mouth. And yeah, so my alliance flipped on me, and I was the first out of that 5-person alliance, and it really sucked. But it was totally my fault, so back for another chance. I want to play a much more like subdued game early on. I just want to really do what I'm good at, which is connecting with people, being people's friends, making as many options as possible, let other people drive the decisions, hopefully, at least to the merge, and then I can step on the gas and hopefully make it to day 2. I think fans' perception of me is just going to be that he's a nice guy and that he knows enough about the game, and that he has some strategic skill, just enough, to get me connected and make some moves and hopefully win this game. So I made a lot of personal growth the past couple of years. I grew a beard, I changed my shirt, so really pumped about that. But in all seriousness, I did have a couple of experiences the past couple of years. I played one more org last year, last June, and I finally played the game that I've always wanted to play, where no one wanted to vote me out. I was everyone's friends, but I made blind sides. I found my ride or die. I won an immunity win. It was an online game, but it was a month long. It was a blast. So I'm hoping I can translate that into a live game. Also, I'm on production for a local LRG as well, Outlast. I'm head of video. So being behind the scenes in that last year and prepping for this year, I think is giving me some really nice experience to see if it can translate again for me to play a live game well.
2 days, 14 people, 1 survivor.